My earliest memory of my grandma Judy was that she died of kidney failure before I was born. And here I am, 17 years later, driving my other grandma to dialysis 3 times a week. This disease has significantly impacted my family and millions of others around the world. So as a way to honor both of my grandmothers and everybody else affected by the disease, I chose to participate in the National Kidney Foundation Walk in Philadelphia this year.
Walking for my son who was born with chronic kidney disease.
I'm walking for my mom. She has end-stage renal disease, and we're just trying to make it more aware.
Support the family of the kidney supporters.
Yes.
Woo!
We're here for our nephew Bear. He's got CKD stage 4. And for Aunt Marie, she was on dialysis for a while before she passed away.
We are walking for my son Mason, who ended up getting his kidney transplant 3 years ago, and this is Mason's donor team.
We're walking for her mom, Colleen, who got a kidney 6 years ago.
And we're walking for our patients. I'm walking for people like my dad who are kidney patients, and I'm a living donor to my dad.
I'm walking because I'm a pediatric nephrologist and I want to support my patients.
I'm walking to support the Kidney Foundation and my mother, who is in kidney failure on dialysis.
I'm walking today to support my mother and my mother-in-law, both of whom have suffered greatly from kidney failure.
The human body has 2 kidneys. They perform the life-sustaining job of filtering toxins out of our blood. You can survive having only 1 kidney, but what happens when both stop working? Chronic kidney disease, or CKD, is the gradual loss of kidney function over time. This is a life-threatening disease. In the United States, over 37 million people are affected by CKD. That's more than 1 in 7 adults. There are 2 treatment options. Getting a kidney transplant is the most ideal, however, that doesn't always work. The second option is to go on dialysis. However, dialysis is a treatment, not a cure.
My name is Lacey Kurtz, and I'm Lacey Kurtz's grandmother. I have been on dialysis since February of 2022. My dialysis sessions last for 3.5 hours, but there is an additional time, so it actually works out to almost 4 hours. To me is that I have to depend on other people, which is difficult for me because I am an independent person. I love to travel and I love to do things. Now I am committed for 3 days a week to come to dialysis. If I want to travel any length of time, I have to make arrangements with a dialysis center in the area that I choose to go to. So it has limited my mobility that way.
CKD is one of the top 10 leading causes of death in the United States, yet it doesn't receive the same amount of attention as other chronic conditions, which is something that I hope to change. Many people don't realize how impactful having kidney disease is on not just the patient, but their entire family and their entire support group. They need transportation to get to dialysis 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. And when they get a transplant, if they get one, it's not the end of the person's fight. It's only one step along a never-ending path. They have to take medications every single day, and if they miss a couple of doses, their body could entirely reject the organ, and then they're back at square one, being on dialysis. But it is especially difficult for people who don't have that support system, who are on their own during their battle with kidney disease, going to dialysis. They rely on public transportation, which is not always an option, and one of my goals is to break down that barrier and to bring more awareness and to help them make their lives a little bit easier to get to dialysis and back safely. While shadowing a pediatric nephrologist at Mount Sinai Hospital, I saw this firsthand. There was a young girl around my age. She was on dialysis. She came to the United States for medical treatment for kidney disease, and her mother could not get into the country to support her or donate a kidney to her, and it was upsetting to see that. And I want to bring more awareness to those stories, to the people who don't have, who voices aren't heard yet. My goal is to spread awareness about this disease by breaking down the barriers for treatment and access and support for the tens of millions of people around the world who are affected by this disease. The impacts of a CKD diagnosis is far too complex to fit into the confines of just one box. It overflows it. Advocating for organ donor registrations through the Gift of Life donor program and participating in the National Kidney Foundation's annual walk in the years to come is just one part of how I'm making a difference.